What's going on, guys? Christian here from CK Wraps. Today I'm doing a walk around video inside and outside of my Jeep Gladiator that I just finished wrapping in the new Hexis Arabica Copper Chrome. You can see very vibrant, very bright, not quite as bright as the greens. For those of you who did see the green, I didn't do a walk around video of that, but this is definitely more up my alley. I want to give a huge thank you to Media 52. So for those of you who are looking for Hexis products in Canada, check out Media 52. I'll put a link in the description below for you guys. This was supposed to be a little bit easier to wrap as far as the chrome goes. It's one of 3 new colors of chrome that hit the market. Lime green is another one, and a ebonite black. It's a true black chrome, not like a titanium, not like a gray color, but a true black chrome. Maybe someone will book that in one day and I'll get to do it. Obviously, with chromes being very popular these days, they're great for drawing in attention, especially to your business. If this is what you do for a living, this would make complete sense to wrap your vehicle or your shop's vehicle in something like this. This stands out like crazy. I can be going to get McDonald's ice cream, I could be going to the bank or the grocery store or whatever, just going for a cruise, and I constantly am asked questions about what kind of paint job that is, who did it, and you know, that it looks amazing. For the most part, I get a lot of positive feedback. Not everyone has to love it. That doesn't matter as long as you love it yourself. The idea here is that we're drawing in business. So, you know, again, I could be running all kinds of personal errands, and I'm drawing in and drumming up business, and I'm drumming up attention to vinyl wrapping, because it's cool when I tell people that that's just a sticker, and they're like, whoa, they're blown away, you know. And then I might open the door and show them inside the door, because I didn't actually do the door itself, but I did do the jambs. So I didn't do the door itself, but I'll show them, hey, it's red, and there's like not any red showing on this thing at all, so they're like kind of blown away by that. Like, yeah, so I've wrapped it like 5 times already. So great for personal advertising, even if you didn't do this for a living, let's say. Even if you just sort of like wanted to put your logo or your company name down the side of your vehicle. So for those consumers or people who are in business for themselves, would be a consumer of a vinyl wrap product, this might be something that you might want to opt for. Maybe not this color, but it does come in many different colors: pink, purple, red, green, orange, copper. This might look orange to you, but it's copper, I assure you. Obviously, you say potato, I say potato, whatever. But again, this is definitely more copper than the orange. Red, blue, whatever, comes in all kinds of different colors, so you have many options, and satin and gloss finishes as well. This was supposed to be easier to install. It wasn't, in my opinion, any easier to install than the previous generation of Hexis Superchrome. The Superchrome is very fragile, very finicky. I did pretty much all the videos I could possibly do on my Jeep Gladiator, and I've also have some previously up there on the website. This time I did video on the grille, wrapping the textured plastic on the front fender here, wrapping the cowl pieces and so forth, wrapping the rear facing camera, all kinds of stuff. So those videos will be uploaded to my website, guys. The link is in the top corner and the description below, ckwraps.com. If you haven't signed up, check it out. I'm giving away 1 month free right now for those new members who do sign up. If you're serious about it, it's definitely the place to go. Now let's get into actually showing you what this wrap looks like a little bit more up close and in person. Right, as you guys can see, there isn't really any red showing. I mean, you might be able to see some like right there on the edge, just a tiny, tiny bit. That's okay. Oh, and the brackets, I didn't wrap them underneath. I could wrap them one time, or I could plastic dip them, but really it's such a minor amount of red showing that it doesn't bother me and nobody really notices. You got to think about things from a consumer standpoint. Nobody's really going to see it, especially areas like that, and plus they're more on the exterior side of things. Now here is the front grille. This is many, 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 many pieces, guys. I have no idea, actually I have to count them out, but I'll save that. I saved that for the actual video itself, again, which will be on my website. So it's many pieces to get it done right and looking nice. The front fenders here are textured plastic, okay? So these are textured plastic. And you can see there are some very fine lines in this, guys, but it's very minor. One thing I did notice, and what I was told, was that the film has a new top layer, which is better for self-healing. So it actually is very minimal in comparison to the other chrome wraps that I've done with Hexis on the scratching. So it's super minimal, you know, all like up in there, you know, all those areas are done in there. So again, videos on how to do that area there. I don't wrap the hinges, they're powder coated, so whatever. And then these guys here are still plastic dipped because I was a dummy, and I should have got everything powder coated at the same time when I first did it, and I didn't. The bolts, you can see that I just left them in raw aluminum. I ordered them like 30 bucks, whatever. Left them in raw aluminum. You can see a little bit of red showing here on this brackets because the vinyl stuck to it and ripped some of the plastic dip off. They got to be redone. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. Most people are not going to see that. There are seams. You guys are looking at seams. There are seams all over the place, and you guys have probably no idea where they are. A little embossing on the gas cap door. It's always been there. Unpainted plastic fender on the back as well. Again, this is done in, a nice way where it looks really good. Across the back section here, this is all one piece. There's no seams. You can see my rear-facing camera right there. Edges, everything tucked away really, really nicely. Seam here. Just wanted to point that one out because it was probably a little bit more obvious. Let's just kind of check inside the door. So I want to show you in the door jamb area. So we have in here satin black. I just left it satin black because whatever. I could have done it gloss black. Satin black it was because I had an abundance of that. Black is black is black, so no one's really going to notice it. Inside the door frame area, I didn't wrap these because so I wrapped in here because when I take the doors off, I want this area to not be red. Black and the color of the wrap, perfect. That's all I need. I don't want it to be red, so this is why we wrapped in here. So when I take the doors off and I put the half doors on, you can actually see this entire area, and you don't want that. You don't see this when I take the doors off because the doors are off. So that's why I didn't wrap this area here. Some markings from, this is wrapped, wrapped it forever ago, in satin black as well. But this is from taking the hard top off too many times. I've taken it off so many times. As you can see now, I have a soft top, so it's not going to damage anything. I'll put the hard top on in the winter. Right behind here, guys, so I've wrapped this little ledge all the way back in satin black because I wrapped the Jeep so many times. I don't want to have to rewrap that section all the time. Same thing here. This is all wrapped. That's been satin black forever. All around the hinges and everything's looking really good, guys. This time I feel like it's a lot better than it was last time. It's very difficult to get the film tight in here without having any bubbling. It wants to bubble out of there, and that's a very high risk zone because it's a very tight recess, and that tends to cause a threat to the longevity of the vinyl and it adhering in that area for the longest period of time possible. You can see there's a bit of twisting here, like when I put these brackets back on, I wrapped some of this textured plastic that's right here. And when I put these brackets back on, it kind of twisted it a little bit right there. The film doesn't really adhere to this. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to wrap right behind this black plastic piece to make it look like the cowl was wrapped. Now, if I didn't wrap that little strip section right there all the way across, what it would be back here is just black, and I didn't want that. It just adds a little pop to the cutouts, just minor details, Same thing up here, guys, all wrapped inside the bolt areas, all around the window. Again, textured plastic fender on the front here. What else can I show you? I mean, all the edges and everything are super clean. I mean, you can see like the corners and stuff for yourself. I mean, this wire's kind of in the way. You can see the corner right there. No, this is chrome, guys. This is no joke. This is not easy stuff to wrap with. So this is what it looks like inside. Right, I'll just kind of move, I'll pan across, kind of give you a horizontal view here of how light passes around it as we move around it. It's really cool, reflects a lot of light outwards, reflects the actual color of the wrap, which is pretty awesome. All right, guys, that's the walk around inside the shop. Let's get the truck outside to show you what it actually looks like in the sun, because it's a bit different for sure. I have crazy lighting in here. Let's see what it looks like in the natural light. Now that we have it outside, let's walk around the Jeep. We can see that, light reflecting and obviously camera angle and stuff like that really shows off with the surrounding area. So what you can see is a ton of reflection in the surrounding area, or basically reflecting off of the Jeep. You can see the buildings, you can see the ground, you can see the sky, you can see all kinds of stuff. Panning across the grill there, all that crazy detail that went into that, it was insane. That grill probably took me about 3 or 4 hours to do it. And again, that video is going to be on the website. But as we pan around, just kind of giving you that visual outside, checking inside the door, seeing what that looks like as well, because I want you guys to see this in 2 different perspectives. Obviously, being outside is the way that most people are going to see it. Most people are not going to see it in a shop like mine. or even their home garage as often. So having it outside will give you that better perspective on what the vehicle wrap actually will look like outdoors. I wish I had some nighttime shots for you, but I will turn the lights off and give you a better perspective on what that looks like inside. All the lights are off. We're just getting some light coming in from the windows right now. It's about as dark as I can get it at this point, but this is more or less what it looks tricked out at nighttime. You know, unfortunately, the light bar that I have doesn't have orange, so I was going to put everything orange. The bottom ones change and whatever. The top one does change, but it doesn't have orange. So I opted for red. You can change to whatever the hell else I want, but again, driving around with it in red is okay. I mean, for the most part, it's legal. It's a legal color. You just can't have it in like blue, but that's sort of what it would look like at nighttime. So you can see the reflection of what this all looks like. And obviously we're getting a lot more light coming in from the back window. Okay guys, that's it. That's the walk around inside and outside of the new Hexis Arabica Copper Chrome in the gloss version. The wrap looks great. I love it. Really great as far as the self-healing ability goes. You can do paint protection film over top of it. Am I going to? Probably not. I change my wrap too often to even bother with that. If I was to keep this on for a year or more, I would probably put paint protection film over top of it. But again, this gets beat up like crazy going off-roading, gets tree branches and so forth. So the wrap protects the paint. The paint is actually mint. Like I have one single scratch on the rear passenger side door. Have no idea how that even happened. And then I have one teeny tiny stone chip like right in here somewhere. That's it. There's nothing else on the paint other than like manufacturer defects. And I mean, it is a Dodge, or you know, and it's a Jeep. They don't really take a lot of time and care in putting effort into the paint job. As some of you might have seen on my Instagram post of me showing how they didn't even paint behind the hinges. Anyways, whatever. And there's like some dimples in the rear bed on both sides. They're symmetrical, so it's like, you know, there's just defects that are in it. Fish eyes, no clear coat runs, but fish eyes and some imperfections in the clear coat. The orange peel on the paint is really not very good. The orange peel is very high on this car. It's very bad. And that kind of shows through the wrap a bit. If I had a vehicle with a nicer paint job, the chrome would actually shine and reflect a lot better with less orange peel and more clarity. So it's not so much the chrome's fault, it's more the paint's fault in this case. The chrome can only be also so good, but the paint job is actually inhibiting the visual aesthetic of the chrome itself. Yeah, and guys, chrome videos, tons of them on my website, ckwraps.com. I hope that you enjoyed this video of the walk around, me showing it inside and outside, giving you some you know, insight of what's going on, and you know, just explaining what a chrome wrap is like to drive around. It's again a ton of attention. You'll have a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. For other people, you know, people might think it's like all gaudy and too much over the top. Hey, it might be, but whatever. As long as you like it, that's all that really matters. And on top of that, it could probably be drawing in business. If you know, you're trying to advertise business, this will help a lot. You just got to do a good job of it, because if you don't, it's going to do the opposite. It'll actually stand out it'll stand out a lot, and then when people go to look at it, it's going to look very poor. And that's going to cause, obviously, maybe some issues with bringing in business. So it could do the exact opposite of bringing in clients. You could deter them. Guys, again, looking forward to doing more videos for you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Take care.